Hello guys and welcome to Tav Plays Child of Light. Now, I absolutely love this game. This game is one of the few games I've actually pre-ordered. I did a lot of... I played this game loads. I played it to death. On my other account, I've done everything. I've got everything done. So I'm going to play through this. Now, this has a lot of really cool aspects to it, or things that I consider cool. For instance, it does all of the analog. All of the dialogue, even from every character except for one, is done completely in rhymes. No, as I was saying, that was a little glimpse of them rhyming. They do that a lot, and surprisingly doesn't get on your nerves as much. But this game is beautiful. It's got a really interesting art style. I mean, I haven't seen a game before that's sort of a watercolor, and this has one of the best battle systems I've played in an RPG. I think the only RPG battle system beats it would be Final Fantasy 6 and 10, because for some reason the others were a little off. But this game is great. It's got great graphics, lovely art style. Its story is amazing. Even its lighting. I'm stood in a shadow right now, and just a little glimpse. It's just amazing. Right to the old monastery. I apparently have a level. Quicken is now available. Lol. Defense, strength, glow, confessional, HP dust, oculi. Sorry about that. I've already unlocked pretty much everything, so... Next 60. Alright, it's already done it for me. But this game's also got a load of puzzles and stuff, which I normally like. Well, I love them in this as well. They're not particularly difficult. But there is some later on that occasionally are like, what do I do here? But then when you properly have a look around, it's not difficult to tell what you're doing. But there's a load of little details, like tree branches will sway with the weight of your character Aurora. But I also love how this is partly set in Austria, but is pretty much whenever you're playing as Aurora, you're in Lemuria. and an evil queen has stolen the sun, the moon, and the stars, and you quest to get them back so that you can beat the evil queen and save your father. Now, this little firefly, his name is Igniculus, and he's basically like your partner. He helps you do all of the puzzles and stuff, as well as provide light and stun enemies in battle. Food sounds good, but I am lost. Ever heard of an aurora? Why, sir, she is me. Both sir and she, a split aura? Perhaps you are some kind of flora. Cease your foolishness at once. I am Aurora, I am she. Oh, why didn't you say so? Follow me. A lady waits. Hair long as a forest stream, with skin like moss and gleaming eyes. A seer shall know the way out of this dream. Now I think I get to control... Yeah, I can control Igniculus, and if I click the left stick he lights up areas, as well as you can play with Aurora's hair, which I think is really cool. It's a really good use of the physics system. Well, it's kind of a little thing, but it's still, you know, nice to be able to do, as opposed to just not being able to do anything with it. What is tied to these branches? Curious charms, Hans... There, something light. That guy in the background, he turns up later, and I can't remember his name. He has a lot of stuff to do with the Bulmus Populi, who are they're like a race of mice people. Now, what he did there is, when you went over the light, it comes up with a ring of... Well, not necessarily a ring. It comes up with small, like, circles. You got to go in order, so get the orange first, and then they'll give you, like, health, mana, and as well as recharge Igniculus. And this here is... This is an example of one of the puzzles I was on about. Completely not hard. It shows you which one lines up where, and then you just shine Igniculus and you line them up. Now she is a god of something. I can't remember her name. Begins with an N. You find out later. Or you could just... There it is. It's like Mathildis or something. Now, she doesn't really do anything. She's just sort of there for the hell of it. And then, you know, you get her sword, so... The only thing I'm kind of disappointed out is Aurora can't swap her weaponry. And something you'll notice is I'll blind these guys a lot, so... also, if you hit them when they're in the cast part, it'll interrupt them. And they can't attack you for a little while longer. But some enemies later on get a counter-attack, so if you interrupt them, they'll sort of annihilate you. And you get flowers in battle as well to charge up the stunning power of Igniculus. And if you go up behind people, you get a surprise strike, so I get an instant attack while he's got to wait for ages. And then dodge me. So I just blind him, which slows him down. But I love this combat system because you have to balance between attacking as well as interrupting foes. Because it's more useful against bosses and that to slow them down. Because they'll obviously deal a crap ton of damage. You don't want to get hit by one of them. Light Ray, Starlight, or MP upgrade. I'm going to start with Starlight, just because it's the most sort of useful. I find I use it all the time, so... and as you get further through the skill tree, you can cast it like on all enemies, and it slows down as well as... it speeds up how quickly you can cast, as well as their attack. Something else you can do is blind them to get behind them to get a surprise strike, which I will do a lot. You can't really do that with certain enemies. Oh, one hit kill, get annihilated. But the outfit my version of Aurora is wearing is the Light Aurora package, which you get for pre-ordering the game off Steam, which I absolutely did because this game's amazing. Healing tonic. Get a load of them. Now, something else that turns up when you get the ability to... I think they turn up when you get the ability to fly. If not, they're always there, and you can only get them when you get the ability to fly. But you can get these things called confessionals, which give you a sort of backstory into the world of Lemuria, as well as the character in a family. Which is kind of cool. You know, I'm a big story-driven gamer, so if a game's got a good story like this one does, then I'm absolutely going to love it. Now, I also like... oh, I didn't see that enemy, but I also... I'm a very big story-driven gamer, but I also prefer interesting and, I guess, indie games, some things that people haven't heard of, like unsung games, because some of them are very good. Now, yeah. Yay. Now, if you can light up an area to find hidden objects. In here it's not too bad because it's not that dark. But later on, when you get to really dark areas, Igniculus is incredibly useful. He can also unlock chests and things for you, as well as certain chests that only he can open. So if there's like an enemy in your way, you can use Igniculus to open the chest for you. I don't want to go up there yet. Chapter 2, The Queen of Light. Now the Queen of Light, I believe, is Aurora's mother. And she wrote a song that plays a massive part in this game. That basically it makes everyone like you pretty much. Now I can't be bothered to fight these ghostly bitches, so right, I gotta get in there. And the thingy I think is directly above me. Yeah, so I gotta work a way around. Luckily they've given me a box. So push the box. Now I think for getting in here you get given the, I want to say, stars, which gives you the ability to fly. And the flying's a really cool feature because it really opens up the maps, and you can absolutely explore everything. Right, that blue panel thing in the middle, that's one of the things that only Igniculus can use. They require light to work, so if you hover over it and make Igniculus light up, it powers up the oculi and lets you walk through. Come back. No, you'll see me probably doing that a lot, 'cause that is really useful, especially if you've just come off of a difficult fight and you're very injured. So push the box on. But yeah, that's an example of, one of the slightly more complex puzzles. They don't really get harder than that. Pretty much most of the challenge with this game is the combat. But yeah, also enemies are split into like elemental groups. So certain enemies will be weak to a certain some foes are vulnerable to magic, as it says there. So now, what I always do with my version of Aurora is I always power her up with light element. I can't defend yet, really? Oh, no, there it is. Defending stops you from... Oh, it should stop you from being staggered. And then, as some enemies are weak to magic, I'll use light magic on it. That's disappointing. I might get killed. Oh crap, no, that's not what I wanted. Wrong button. I'm most likely going to get killed. Disappointing. Unless I use a healing potion. I think items carry over, so I've actually got way more items than I should have at the moment. Which I suppose is useful. Come on. Yeah. Ah, come on, die please. Let's hit him with some magic. When Devastation pops up, that's an example of an enemy that's weak to that certain magic, so that enemy was weak to light magic, which is what I normally buff my Aurora's weapon with, just because it's the best. And any other character I normally get, I sort of play to their strengths to buff certain things. Like the Katarriga, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong, that you get near the end. I buff him with dark damage. So he has a lot of insta-kill moves, which is cool. Break the red. This is again about as difficult as the puzzles get. So they're easy puzzles, but they're not horrible. So it's a very nice way of doing it. And then I think we've got the first boss fight. Yeah, first boss fight. Who dares challenge the Queen of the Night, a tiny nothing with locks of red? Now, the first time I fought these guys, I totally wasn't prepared, and they kicked my ass. And they're probably going to kick my ass again. Ah. At least now I can interrupt him. I don't think he has an inter-counter. Oh, he's vulnerable to light as well, so that's good for me. Making him super fast is a pain in the ass. Why is he gathering strength? I haven't hurt him. Hit him with another starlight. It probably should have been better for this battle for me to have gone with light ray, just because light ray hits every enemy. So I need to heal again. So it probably would have been easier because I could have damaged them both at the same time. But you can't win everything. I use Starlight a lot more often. Really, I can't use it. They are wailing on me. That's not good at all. Okay, so one's down. Now I can just heal and wail another one, so I should be fine from now. Fighting both of them at the same time is a pain in the ass. It gets to be a pain in the ass a lot more with the dragons that turn up later on, because they have a habit of attacking either both of your characters or attacking one after the other pretty much instantly, which sucks. So now this gives me the chance to basically just annihilate this guy, even though I'm running out of Firefly juice. Damn it, how do I go back? Ah, Q. Need to defend because he's going to destroy me otherwise. So, and then hit him with another light beam, so something interesting that they've done with Aurora is she's more heavily built for magic instead of melee. So her magic power is not the most powerful, but it is significantly stronger, and I think she's the only character that can use light attacks, which comes in incredibly useful later in the game. So you can switch Aurora out if you want to, but it's highly recommended you don't. And that's beaten them. That's another thing you get. You get things called Stardusts, which they boost like a certain element. I will pretty much always use them on Aurora, because I will never switch her out. Yeah. She gives you the stars, which allows Aurora to fly. Right, now, Umbra is the Queen of the Night, and she is also Aurora's stepmother. So, and she wants to, she basically wants to get rid of Aurora because within her she holds the light, and the light can, well, obviously overthrows dark, so that's another thing why she's really Aurora is the best character, because in the final battle against Umbra, she's weak against light, so Aurora basically just annihilates her. And now Aurora gets her wings. But yeah, that's also why the game is called Child of Light, because you play as Aurora, who is the child of the Queen of Light. And the Queen of Light was Queen of Lemuria, as well as sort of the guardian of the realm. So everyone wants she uses that that flute, to which she keeps playing the song of the Queen of Light, and it makes a lot of people understand who Aurora is, and so they decide to help her to end Umbra's reign. But now if you press W, you can fly. Chapter 3, Into the West. Now, this is probably where I'm going to call an end to the video, depending on how long it is, because I'm not sure how long I've been going. This may come out in 2 parts or not. And, yeah, so it may be part 1, it may be part 1 and 2. I'll quickly do the skills. to which I'll get Light Ray and Magic, because she's an awesome magic character. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm sure I'll do another episode of this or something else I'm doing. But yeah, thanks again, and I'll see you guys later.